Are you wondering what to pack for a cruise? I'm going to take you through what I bring on a cruise so that you can be completely prepared from A to Z. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, we are talking about, I think, everybody's favorite thing, and that's getting ready for a cruise. So we're going to be talking packing today. I'm going to let you know all of the things that you're probably going to want to bring on a cruise. So we're going to go really with the basics and beyond. And I'm going to talk about things like what to pack in your carry-on bag, some of the must-have essentials to organize your cruise cabin, as well as some of those random things that I think are just going to be helpful that I don't often hear other people talking about when getting ready for a cruise. So before I get started, I wanted to mention, if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give the video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And of course, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Okay, let's get started. The first thing is you have to make sure that you have your government ID or your passport, whatever you need to board your cruise. Also keep your boarding documents with you. Try to have an envelope with you with your hotel reservations, your excursion information. Keep all of that with you. But most important thing really is your government ID. Nowadays, if you do need to bring your vaccine information, if that is required, if you need any testing information, make sure that you bring that as well. Number 2. Cruise clothing. So you're going to want to start thinking about what clothes you're going to want to wear, well, probably even a few weeks before your cruise so that you can be prepared. Now, what I usually do is I think about the 2 dresses that I usually want to wear on those formal or those dressy nights. Try them on, see if they still fit, see what I need to do, see if I need to buy a new one. I do tend to rotate out a few dresses and buy a new one every maybe 2 or 3 cruises or so. Now, if you've watched my videos before, or if you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, then you know that I am not a light packer, especially when it comes to clothing. However, what I do is, because I know what dresses I'm going to wear, I usually bring 1 pair of shoes that will go with both. I like to bring a few pairs of shoes, but definitely something like this. These I got a couple of cruises ago. They are actually surprisingly comfortable, but what I really like about them is because they're sort of like a gold, silver sparkle, they go with when I wear a white dress, a black dress, a blue dress. They just look good with everything. So, and they are actually very comfortable. So I bring 1 pair of shoes for both dresses. Now, ladies, if you are traveling with your husband or a man in your life, or if you are a man and you are watching this, do not forget to bring a suit or whatever you're going to wear for that formal or that dressy night. It did happen to my husband once. He forgot his suit. Thank goodness. He did have dress pants that were already packed and the dress shoes. So that was a good thing, but that was a potential disaster. Nobody wants to be caught without having the right clothes on a cruise. There's something else that I bring for the formal evenings and that you might want to bring is an evening bag clutch. This is a really simple one. I have this for many years, but you can find them on Amazon. They're inexpensive, or even on the cruise ship, they've got these $10 sales where you can buy a very simple but nice clutch that you can put your lip gloss and your cruise card in it instead of having your lanyard with you. Okay, let's move on to what you want to bring in your cruise carry-on bag. And that's going to be mostly the things that you're going to need for the very first day of your cruise, embarkation day. It's going to take several hours until your luggage is actually delivered to your cabin. So you're going to want to have a few things handy. A change of clothes is something really good. If you're on a Caribbean or warm weather cruise, make sure to bring some sunscreen, some lip balm as well, sunglasses. If you think you might have time to relax next to the pool, then bring your Kindle or bring a book. Now, what we usually do when we go on a cruise is that we do bring some items in like a rolling carry-on bag, and then I bring like a beach bag as well. And this one, I will link it below. I love it because I can use it on shore excursions as well. It's huge. It actually fits easily. 4 big towels in it, water bottles, etc. But I bring this on the first day of the cruise. Of course, it's not full, but this way I can have all of the items that I need that first day right in this bag. Now, I'll leave a blog post below with everything that you need in your carry-on bag, but a few other things to think about is you'll want to bring wine on board if you are bringing any wine. If you do think you'll go to the pool, bring a bathing suit, a cover-up, and flip-flops. Bring the toiletries that you'll need for the first day, so maybe things like that you want to freshen up, like toothbrushes or mouthwash and deodorant. Medication is an absolute must. Make sure that your medication is actually with you. Anything that's valuable, so whether it's a laptop, camera, any other electronics, do not pack those in your luggage. Make sure they are with you in your carry-on bag. And any jewelry that you might bring on a cruise. Now, I actually used to keep my jewelry just sort of in a case and it got all tangled up. So what I bought recently is this jewelry bag on Amazon. I haven't had a chance to use it yet because, of course, we haven't cruised. But it's really handy because it can fit everything from your rings and things like that. And it won't tangle. So I kind of like that you can hang your different things. So I'm going to be using this on the next cruise. And again, I will link everything below, including a carry-on packing list. Cruise essentials. Now, these items can help you to be a little more organized, both when you're packing in your cruise cabin and altogether have just more convenience during your cruise. So the most important thing is to bring a power bar. Make sure that it is a non-surge protected power bar. Anything else will be confiscated. I will link the cruise approved ones below. Don't forget a charger for your phone. So a portable charger, something like this, a power bank. This one actually charges 2 at the same time. It'll be fast, so it's great on shore excursions when unfortunately the camera battery always seems to die while you're taking videos and pictures. Packing cubes. I love packing cubes. I am a recent convert to packing cubes, but they're so handy. I probably have about 15 or 20 in here. They come in different sizes. You can keep everything super organized when you pack, but as well when you get to your cruise cabin for unpacking, it is such a time saver. Magnet hooks to organize your cruise cabin. These are so handy. I probably will bring more on my next cruise, but because the cabin walls are actually metal, they don't look metal, of course, but they can actually be used to just add extra storage space for backpacks, for hanging your bathing suits to dry, for hats, for sweatshirts, just all sorts of things. You can hang them near the door and get the clutter off all the tables. Towel clips. Now, I am a super fan of towel clips because not only are they so cute, they really make me happy, but they actually are super functional because on those days at sea, it gets so breezy and you want your towel to stay put. They're also great at the beach. Now, if you don't want to bring towel clips, you can also bring towel bands. Those will work as well. Now, also for your cabin, you might want to bring a night light. This one is really handy because it's motion censored. Something else you might want to bring is a small portable fan. You are allowed to do that on most cruises. Do check what you cannot bring. I'll leave a video all about that at the end of this one. Something else is lanyards. These are just really, really practical. You can keep your cruise card in them and be a little more hands-free on your cruise. You can even throw this into your beach bag as well. And now something that for years I did not use, and when I finally did, I thought, what took me so long, is luggage tags. They're actually reusable, so you can reuse them on every cruise. The only thing to watch out for is there's a short version and a longer version. So depending on your cruise line, you'll want to check which one is compatible. But these are so handy. Yes, the other way, you can print out the luggage tag from the cruise line. You can fold it all up. Then you can staple it, and then maybe you can tape it on top. But honestly, it used to take me 45 minutes on the morning of my cruise. Now I do all of this in advance, just perfect. And I almost forgot a waterproof phone case. Now this is really, really handy. When you're on a shore excursion, you can keep your phone with you. This one in particular kind of also is touch sensitive, so you can do all the things that you want to do on your phone with this, so very handy as well. Now I'm gonna let you know some more random things that I also bring on a cruise that are definitely super handy that people don't talk about that much. But before I do, I did wanna let you know that you want to bring a toiletry bag. Now, if you can find something that is hanging, it's actually going to, again, save you space in the cabin because cabins are small and bathrooms are small most of the time. So this one is hanging, and as you can see, this is even like the first 2 parts, and it is really, really, this is the size medium, and already it's great. So you can keep your first 8 items in one portion. You can keep your small travel size toiletries in another. Just something to mention is on a cruise, you can actually bring full size toiletries if you want. It obviously depends how much you use and how much you need. A first aid kit. Now you definitely want to make sure that you have your over-the-counter medication that you might need. You want to make sure that you have antibiotic, ointment, band-aids, of course. Basically, you don't want to have to go to the medical center for small things like that that you can take care of in your own cabin or even on shore excursions. Now, I do bring a larger cruise first aid kit, like something like this, that's kind of full of everything I might need. I kind of travel with the pharmacy, but I like to be prepared. But on shore excursions, I do bring like a little small, I probably wouldn't even bring this much, but I bring, you know, maybe 6 band-aids. I bring my antibiotic ointment. I always kind of have like a pair of gloves in there. I like to be prepared, like I mentioned. Some gauze, you just never know, maybe even some blister band-aids, that can happen. So bring all of that with you and make sure that you put it in your shore excursion bag. Now, speaking of shore excursions, you of course want to make sure that you bring a shore excursion bag. So the bag bag that I showed you earlier, that is absolutely perfect. But what I also bring is sort of like a tote bag. I just bring a straw bag a lot of times because it's great if I want to go shopping, if I want to throw a little shawl inside it. Even sometimes if I don't want to bring my entire big beach bag, if we're just walking around in the cruise port, I can put water bottles in it. And it has a little bit of a light lining that's perfect. So it kind of keeps the sand out. So make sure you keep something like this, maybe even a straw sun hat. Bring that with you on your cruise. Random things that are going to be helpful for you, I promise, on your cruise. So one of them, never talked about, is flushable wipes. You honestly never know when you need these. So put these in your shore excursion bag. On the cruise ship, you should be okay. But when you're on excursions, you just never know what you're going to find in those washrooms. Tide to Go. Now, this video is not sponsored, but for all the times that I talk about Tide to Go, that you think that it is. But this thing is just like magic. You never know when you get a little stain on your outfit. I keep this with me everywhere, including even on shore excursions and on the cruise ship. Downy wrinkle release. It's going to save a lot of outfits when you get a little bit of wrinkles in your clothing. Give this a spritz and a stretch, even add a little bit of steam, and it's perfect. Ziploc baggies, and usually I won't bring the whole box, of course, but I'll bring like 15 small Ziplocs and maybe 5 large ones. They're so handy. If you go on a shore excursion and you have a wet bathing suit, you can put your bathing suit in one of the Ziploc baggies. If you want to bring a little bit of a dry snack off the cruise ship, maybe like a croissant or a muffin, make sure that you do check before you do that. There are some things you cannot bring off the cruise ship, but you can do that with your Ziploc baggies. And it's also really handy to have some Post-its and to have a highlighter. The highlighter is really good when you go through the planner, like the physical planner. You might want to highlight some of the activities that you want to do. I find that really handy. And if you want to leave a note for the cabin steward or anybody else, then you have Post-its. Dealing with seasickness. Now, I always bring a couple of things just in case we get seasick. Now, one of the things I really like is actually ginger candies, because I find that they actually just settle my stomach, so that most of the time, if I'm a little touch queasy, that will be all I need. I don't even need any medication, but I still bring some medication because you never know when the seas are going to be rougher. So we personally just really like Bonine. It really helps for us. So bring that. You might want to bring sea bands. You might want to have a patch behind your ear. Just make sure you have something just in case. Hair appliances. Now, of course, you do not need to bring any hair appliances on the cruise ship. But if you were wondering if you can bring a straightener, if you can bring your own hair dryer, if there is a hair dryer on a cruise ship, that is what I'm going to talk about now. So yes, there is a hair dryer on cruise ships. It is a similar quality to what you'd find in a hotel room. So if that works for you, then you don't need to bring your own hair dryer. However, if that's not great for your hair, it's not great for my hair, it's just not powerful or hot enough, then you'll want to bring your own. Now, my own hairdresser had recommended this one. It's the Babyliss Small Travel Hair Dryer. It is surprisingly powerful and hot, works really well for me. So I bring this on a cruise. Yes, you can bring your curling wand, your straightener as well. I will show you another product that I've been using recently and I absolutely love it. I'll probably only bring this on my next cruise with a curling wand. So it's the Revlon One Step Volumizer. It is so good. You literally can use it in your hair all in one step. Kind of showing you now. You probably don't want to see, but it kind of just works like that. And it'll make waves in your hair if you want. It'll give you volume. It'll straighten. I actually did not use a straightener on my hair. I literally just use this, and I do have curly hair. It works really, really well. And it can give you those waves as well, or even those curtain bangs. Now, I do have some other items coming in from Amazon that I've ordered because I did want to try them out. So please let me know if you'd like to see them, maybe in like an Amazon travel haul video. Please let me know in the comments below. And let me know as well, what are your cruise packing must-haves? Now, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave a video at the end of this one all about the things that you should not pack or that you cannot pack on a cruise. I'll leave that coming up next. Bye for now. Happy cruising.